August the 6th, 1940, English Channel. Luftwaffe responded to our channel force with increased attacks. Luckily, their tactics of sending unescorted bombers and separate fighter sweeps allowed us to continue with our own tactics. Shoot down the bombers, avoid the fighters. Hello and welcome back to War on the Sea, Battle of Atlantic, where we are once again in the English Channel, and I believe this is the remains of that small patrol where we sunk the destroyer with our Bedouins. I have my channel forces here. I think you can see it just over here where my cursor is. So we will get a bit closer and then we'll sink it. Okay, he started hitting us, so we are going to retaliate. Unfortunately, he's aiming at a poor Bedouin who's got some hammering last episode, well, not last episode, the one before, from merchants of all places. This is a very old German destroyer, Olaf Tryggvason. Sounds almost Norwegian, but it isn't. It was actually, I believe, a training ship in 1930s, primarily for AAA training, actually, not the naval training, as in like naval gunnery or anything like that. Okay, Bedouin again. He's one very flammable ship. Yeah, and uncomfortably so. Very uncomfortably so, because this is next to but like we are fixing this, so hopefully in no time this will jump here, and this will jump on something as well. Yeah, this is here. This will probably jump on the, and this will jump on. Yeah, okay. We are dealing with this. We are dealing with this. And more. These are some really good hits. She's a brave little ship, Bedouin is. But I have to keep monitoring her just in case it jumps to the magazine, because we obviously wouldn't want that. Hopefully this one will go down very quickly. She's a destroyer, but yeah, we are hammering her. We are hammering her. I'm firing APs with spotting, so that's why we are not getting constant hammering, because I do want to conserve ammunition, because yeah, it takes a long way for me to go anywhere to get the ammunition, so this looks like she's done for. Yeah, she's still firing one of the guns, rear guns. I would say that the front magazine is probably flooded, and now it's the whole thing that's flooded. Excellent! So this is a nice start to the episode. Bedouin will get fixed, and then we are out of here. So Bedouin, poor Bedouin, heavy damage, but Tryggvason son, that's another destroyer that we don't have to worry about. ONS-1 has delivered her cargo here. Unfortunately, we cannot upgrade the base. We are missing just 5 fuel. ONS-2 is heading for Boston to pick up whatever is there. Not a huge amount of. Halifax has tons of fuel though. Do we have fuel here? No, we don't. These are all these things. And Task Force C is also heading to Halifax to rearm, because we found that we cannot now, with the new version, do underway replenishment for some reason. Anyways, so that's the situation. We are nearing the end of the day, and we will have another week here shortly, which is good, and we have actually a decent amount of supplies, engineering and fuel in Liverpool for anything that we need to do if we would need to rearm channel forces. Anyways, that's the situation. Let me run the timer, we'll see what we get. And we have one more of these Deutschland battleship, Deutschland class battleships. So in the previous episode, we've either I wasn't Deutschland. I was a bit teasing with the with it. There are actually two, Schließen and Schleswig-Holstein, I think, and they're both cheeseboxes on a on the floating something. I guess you can see, yeah, it's good old World War I design, and then there is also a new Wish light cruiser. I'm going to have three swordfishes from the base in Scotland, so I've sent them here and we are going to attack. As I said before, I've split my section of 3 into 2 and 1, which makes it more vulnerable, but we have seen that when we've attacked with 3 and 3, the ship is unfortunately too short, so sometimes the torpedoes, the third torpedo misses. So as I said, this is more vulnerable, because obviously the more planes are flying there, the less likely it is that one of them will be hit, funnily enough. But like flying 3 of them almost guarantees a torpedo miss. With this, I would say we have an okay chance that torpedoes away, meaning our planes are also away, and here is the last one. Oh, and again torpedoes away, and we are going to fly away. Well, 2 of them are hit, but not badly yet. I think we just lost one. No, we haven't. 1 torpedo is missed, and I would say that this one is a miss as well, unfortunately. No, okay, it's not a miss. 2 out of 3 ain't that bad, to be honest. We've seen worse. The main thing, to be honest, it was to damage it. Our task force A is too far away to be efficient on getting this. I do not expect really this to go under after the previous one ate 4 torpedoes and stayed happily afloat. I don't think this one will, unless we get a nice explosion and like magazine explosion. Chances are this is flooded magazine now, so I don't think it will. But I'll wait and we'll see. Well, as expected, they fixed everything. The damage is moderate, so we are out of here. Yeah, moderate 3. RTB, please, and you guys are going to go and patrol around Faroe Islands, because that appears where the action is. Scapa Flow doesn't have anything else that would be worth launching. Sunderlands are here. Fulmar with the 3 bomb, like piddly bombs, is not going to do much. I don't think I've got anything here in Northern Ireland which can even get there, so it's not really worth it. Anyways, we will see. Maybe if we're lucky, the swordfishes can come back and catch them somewhere here. We have full day, so I will actually then get a 1 Fulmar out on a patrol and start patrolling here like this. Well, we did find them, because it seems that the rearming 3 swordfishes in Scapa Flow takes much less than the rearming 6 swordfishes on HMS Furious. So we will try to attack. This time I will attack from a port side and we will see. Yeah, it's given that when I was attacking from one side, she ate lots of torpedoes and still didn't capsize. We'll see. And off we go once again into the fray. The AAA on the light cruiser is much more dangerous than the AAA on the battleship, which is no surprise because it's slightly more modern. One shouldn't really be surprised that its AAA is slightly more up to date. It's quite interesting how it was being ignored by European powers, the Air Force. It's like even off we go. Like Britain basically didn't have any good AAA weapons. Like the 2-pounder was the AAA weapon, say on destroyers when Dunkirk evacuation was happening, which wasn't really anything you would call a great AAA weapon. I think now we might get all 3 torpedo hits, unless there is that, which there was. And the third one? Underneath. Okay. Damn! So even worse than before. 2 strikes, 1 dud, and 1... I don't really understand how it could have gone underneath, but it did. Never mind. Let's get out of here. Oh, so we've moved heavy. Still nothing. If with any luck we can get 1 more attack, which we just might be able to, then I guess we will. Then we might be able to sink it. So let's see. And we found, unfortunately, not the Deutschland class battleship, but a light cruiser patrol here. Just around Orkneys, really. I've got my 3 swordfishes from Scapa Flow here, so I'm going to attack with them. I'll try a slightly different formation and we'll see how that works. As you can see, I'm moving them into echelon left, and that's because more likely the torpedoes are going to overrun than underrun, so we will see how that goes. Well, I think they might be. Like, Vic is... I don't know. Let me go Vic. Vic is a good compromise. Well, you don't know whether you're going to overrun or underrun. It's a good compromise, I think, here. If it was a slightly bigger ship, one of the echelons might be a better choice, depending on how fast she is, but... let's go with Vic right now. We are going to fly into the teeth of quite a lot of AAA, I would say. Boys, you don't need to keep a formation. You don't need to show me your bravery. I believe you're brave. Was a nasty. One of them is gonna down, unfortunately. This was a narrow miss. Yeah, the second one's going down. Damn, the sea is quite rough, but I can still see the torpedoes. We should get at least 2 hits. If we get 3 hits... Yes. Okay. If she sinks, it's worth it. But I don't think she will. Anyways, we are going to go out, probably. I'm going to speed things up and we'll see what happens. I assume nothing. Okay, so she's heavy. We lost 2 aircraft. Not great, but we'll survive, we'll cope. Do we have anything that we could... these full Mars are no good. There are just 2 of them, so I'm going to ignore it, and I'm going to move Task Force A here and patrol this area. Then our heavily damaged battleship decided to go on a stroll through the channel, clearly to engage our channel forces there, which cannot stand to her because it's light cruiser, and light cruiser versus the battleship wouldn't survive, really. But I've got my Blenheims up, and they have 500 pounders SAPs. We will see whether that can do anything to that battleship. She's a thicker target, so that's actually pretty good for our bombing run. She is turning, but also... Dud! Damn! Dud! I hate duds! Okay, the second one will try an attack from skip bombing, because you have seen that even flying at 300 yards, sorry, 300 feet, 1 hit here, she's too short, luckily for her. My second Blenheim, meanwhile, will attempt skip bombing, and we'll see how that goes. I do wonder whether we are not a bit too close that we are going to ram it. We will see. Might ram it. No, we didn't. But we got a hit. We got a hit. It clearly wasn't enough to do a serious damage, but yeah. Okay, let's leave. We will, with the other ones, we will just go and I've got 6 more Blenheims that can attack. I do wonder whether I should use all of them on this battleship or whether I should use some of them on the light cruiser as well. So she's still heavy. We've got out of 4 bombs, 1 hit, not great. Yeah. We need to run away with this guy because she cannot, there is no way they can cope. But these Blenheims, yeah, as you can see, there are 6 of them, might be able to do some more damage, so let's go. And we've got some more bombers. It feels to me like the replenishment is much faster than it used to be, and I need to find out. I might have got the wrong DLL, because there are some things which shouldn't have been happening and things which should be happening aren't happening. But anyways, it allows us to shoot down some Germans. And this appears to be the first one that we will get close to. I don't think we'll get him because he's turning, and they are... Well, we got pretty good hits. And someone else got him. Good. And these Spitfires are just... I don't know what they're trying to do. Flying flyboys. They're just showing off. No, you will not shoot me down. Go and try. Well, someone will. This one's fortunately survived, but still, I would argue it's not the best way to show your skill. Flying in front of a bomber. And we are got one there. Down to go, and then everyone goes down, and there's some pretty daring flying. But she's gonna go down because that's like a, yeah. Down she goes. I saw there some Stukas, so I'm going to try and find them before we disengage. And indeed, here they are. Yeah, I like this. Wasn't a bad attack at all. Except that you could have still gone after the other one. And down she goes. And the last one. And I would say one more encounter, short one, is going to tie off the episode. I don't think I mentioned it, so I mention it here. I know it's towards the end of the episode, so many of you probably won't be listening. But I've decided that I'm going to go for Saturday release instead of Friday release, because I'm fairly busy and it's quite stressful for me. Then a fountain shot, quite stressful for me to try to make the Friday release no matter what, and the Saturday one I've got, usually, not always, I've got a bit more time, so it's much easier for me. Because it might be that sort of I record it on the evening, but I don't have time to edit, so I might do a not so great job at editing, or I might not even have a time to do something because I have to do something else on the evening. So it's just going to be much less stressful for me. I hope you don't mind. I hope you'll find it still interesting on Saturdays. So that's what we'll have. But in the meanwhile, let's try to find those. There are still some bombers here, I know, that's why I've got these 2 sets of Hurricanes here. And the Blenheim still haven't found the Deutschland guys. And we found them, and I'm going to bomb the living daylight out of this battleship with my SAP bombs, which are going to do nothing. But you know, we've got 6, we've got 12 bombs, we'll see. So this guy is going to break off and do one run, then we will have the other ones doing their runs. At the last moment I have changed the target because she was flying just way too wrong angle. So we will see. Oh, that was nasty. That was nasty too. Well, yeah. I do not believe these are 500 pounders SAPs. 500 pounder SAPs would have done way more damage. And this is going to be like again a good Blenheim run. Meaning, where did we expect us to bomb? You mean those fishes? Anyway, these ones are flying here. Maybe a bit better, we will see. Some of them are at least flying in the weight direction of the ship as opposed to sort of flying wherever. Oh, this is what I call 500 pounders SAPs. This is what I'm calling it. Yes. And this is actually something that might have caused a significant damage. Okay, we are away from low caliber AAA, so at least that's going to be good. She is dead in the water by the looks of it, or almost. No, she is still doing 5 knots or something like that. This light cruiser doesn't really appear to have been having any trouble. If she can't get out the fires, and then possibly, just possibly, we might be able to do some reasonable damage. The problem is that my light cruiser, like if I had Boise here, my favorite light cruiser, then I would be willing to give it a go, because the amount of steel and everything that she can throw is just amazing. And if you would be able to sort of get behind her on her T, there is a good chance that and she's just settled slightly down again, so more flooding, good. Please give me more explosions. We can see that there are fires on her stern, there are fires amidship, so yeah, let's do it. Let's kill her. Because I'm happy to risk Bedouin and Leander in the fight with a single German light cruiser, especially if I manage to bomb it some more in the next episode. But risking it against a battleship, even if it's an old battleship, it's still a battleship. It's still armored and everything, so I don't really want to do that if I don't have to. Maybe this is the 2 extra bombs that they either missed from the start, or... Okay, we are going to lose the Blenheim. The cap has shown up, late but shown, and I don't believe that this Blenheim stands a chance against it. Yeah, poor Blenheim. She knows she's doomed. Yeah, down she goes. Okay, we've lost the Blenheim. Does happen. The other ones hopefully will get away. They are quite far away. They should be able to get away if they are not loitering, really. In meanwhile, as you saw, this has... Like, if I lose one Blenheim and sink this battleship, it's a good trade. And the explosions are good, because that means that they are struggling to get the fires under control. I don't think I've seen any fires. Here now, and they're back. I was going to say that the aft fires seems to have gone extinguished, but I think a bit more damage and she might go under. But you know, it's Kriegsmarine we are talking about. The only more fanatical things, fanatical sailors there are the Imperial Japanese Navy ones, who would have already repaired it, and she would have flown after my Blenheims, shooting them down. Because she would have turned into space battleship Schleswig-Holstein or whatever. I think she needs slightly more damage, like this. He's now fires them to stern. Then she can go and become a hazard navigation in the English Channel. Okay, for reasons unknown, my Blenheims actually didn't leave here, and they are being followed by Messerschmitts. So, as much as I hate it, I'm going to leave. She is critical. I hate it. You guys, RTB. And we will see what we can do next episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I've got a bit of a at the end of this I was hoping that she would go down. She didn't. We've still got a bit of a time in the afternoon and so on to try to sink her. We'll see whether we can sink her next time in the next episode. In the meanwhile, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, please put in a like, put in a comment. If you haven't subscribed, subscribing would be great. It would help the channel quite a bit. And I will see you next time, regardless how it goes. Thank you.